So we'll just revise how to do analysis in Epi Info. Just a reminder, we can see that it's possible to go back and enter data using different entry points here. We can click on enter data up here. Now we just have to open a form, going back to wherever our forms are in Epi Info. We find it. So we can enter using this screen. And for example, we might click here, Tinley Gang, that's in it, BHU, we could put 21st, the 12th, 2013, female gender, so this case I'm going over a case, but we could also be adding another case. So we save that, and then we could go to new record like this. It will all come up blank, and we can enter again. Okay. So we can also go up here and edit the form if we want to change some of the fields. Now remember, if we change the fields, it's going to change the form, and it may completely remove the data. If we change like the age field into something else, we may lose it, all the data we've already entered, so we have to be careful of that. Now we can exit. If we want to analyze data, we go up here to Tools, Analyze Data, Classic. And we have to read, to analyze data, we have to read the file in. So this is probably the most important step here, is clicking on Read to bring the data in. If there's recent data sources we've used, we can click here, which is really useful. Or we can search for the data source here. We have to remember where our projects are, and we're often looking for this projects file to find our data, okay? But in this case, I'm just going to use one of the recent data sources, and we'll use the Oswego data set. It's an Excel spreadsheet, so it has several sheets. Usually our data is in sheet 1, so we'll click on sheet 1. We look here and we see the record count is 75, which is a good sign. That's how many we expect to have in this database. So one of the first things we can do now is just take a look at the data. We click on List, see the variables here. If we just click on the asterisk and leave it as asterisk, that will list all the variables in the data set. If we want to look at individual fields, we can just click on individuals here. So that's listed everything in the data set. You can see, moving right across. And the beauty of this is that you can't mess this data up. No matter what you do here, clicking around, you can't wreck it forever. Okay? Not like Excel. If we save this now, it doesn't change the data, okay? So that's good. We can then run frequencies of certain variables we want to look at. So frequency of, let's say, age. It shows you each age and the frequency for that age. So it shows you that for people that were in the Oswego database, there were 4 of them who were 11 years of age, 4 that were 17, 3 that were 15. Yeah, you can see that for all the ages in the database. Okay, we can do a calculation like a mean of age cross-tabulated by gender, in this case sex. So it's doing the mean age by gender. It lists all the ages and the genders there, and when you look at the bottom, you're going to get first the means and then the medians. And remember, medians are better for non-normal distribution. So you've got female mean age is 36, male mean age 36.8. In the medians, female median 35.5, male median 36. And it shows you your minimum and maximum age, minimum, maximum age for males and females. Okay. You can also do tables. If you see here, it's actually showing you how to set the table up. Water as an exposure, illness as an outcome. So in this case, if we use ice cream, vanilla ice cream for Oswego as the exposure variable and ill as the outcome, we get this analysis. Now, ideally we would have set this up with our variables so that the N and Y are reversed. So we have exposure here and illness here. Since it's reversed, we have to look at it this way. And we can see that the attack rate among vanilla ice cream eaters was 43 of 54, which is 79%, compared to the attack rate in those who didn't eat vanilla ice cream of 14%, 6.5%, okay? So they're basically going to compare the attack rate of 76 with 6 over 6, 79 over 6 to calculate a relative risk down here. We can also recode. There are other variables on recoding, but to do that, first of all, you define, if you want to say create new age groups, we can define a variable name age group, and then we recode from age to age group by 5-year or 10-year groups, whatever you want to do. But the next video in this series, you can look at that and see how exactly that should be done. The most important thing here when we do analysis is to click on the read to read in the data source. And we can play from there. Keep in mind that if we leave it like this, we're only going to get EpiInfo 7 projects. If we want to pull up something in Microsoft Access or XLS or XLSX, we have to actually click on these particular selections, so we can then go and choose a data source that is XLS. Yeah? Okay. And so look at the rest of the videos to see how to recode and perform other analyses in EpiInfo.